The revelations about Raul Meza Jr. being a suspected serial killer unfolded this week, but for decades, the family has been grieving the death of the 8-year-old girl he killed.
In 1982, Austin police discovered the body of Kendra Page in a dumpster near a playground. Meza Jr. confessed to the crime and was sentenced to 30 years in prison, but he got out after serving a little less than 12 years behind bars because of what authorities called good behavior.
Now, the memory of Kendra has stayed in the hearts and minds of her 4 brothers and sisters more than 40 years after her death.
And we spoke to one of her sisters yesterday. Today, KVUE's Isabella Basco talked with more family members who are still carrying the grief of Kendra's death. Isabella.
Quita and Ashley, Kendra Page was the youngest of 5 siblings. Her brother tells me they did everything together until the terrible day they discovered that the baby of the family had been murdered. In 1982, Kerry Page was 17 years old when he saw his little sister Kendra rush off to ride her bike and visit a friend. More than a couple hours later, he heard an ambulance. Kerry and his brother Kevin, who was 12 at the time, remember seeing her body left in the dumpster, bruised, without any clothes on.
It was not a pretty sight. I can't get that picture out of my head.
It was a hard day. It was the worst day of my life.
A hole left in a family that remained empty.
You would almost think it would have brought us closer together, but it affected my family, I believe, in a bad way, where we went our separate ways. Every time I go down to Austin or San Antonio, I'll go by her park that they named after her and visit it and hang out and go to her gravesite and clean it up.
A few days after Page's body was found, Raul Meza Jr. turned himself into Austin police, confessing to Kendra's murder. While he was supposed to serve a 30-year prison sentence, he was released from prison after just 11 years. It's a course of action that would lead to a lifetime of alleged crimes.
So I think our court systems really did us wrong on this. There was no justice for my little sister. For my family, there was no justice at all. Yeah, all he got was a slap on the wrist.
The youngest of the family, whose sister, Tracy Goldstein, says never got the chance to grow up.
She was just a spunky, outgoing little 8-year-old that Raul Meza took her away from us.
I think she could have turned out to be the best one in the entire family. She was awesome, and now she don't have that chance. And she just lost that entire chance because of him.
The Page family says they're praying for families that are just now finding closure, and their hope is to lock Meza Jr. up in jail for the rest of his life so this doesn't happen to anyone else.